Disclaimer, my channel will always feature AoE 2 content, so anything that is not AoE 2 is purely extra content and not a replacement. Hey everyone, Resonance here, and today I'm going to be bringing you all a much needed explanation of what Dota 2 actually is. In this video, I will explain the core concepts of Dota 2 and show you how the game is played. For those of you who have never heard of Dota 2 or are struggling with getting a hang of the game, this video should answer many of your questions. If you already know the basics of Dota 2, you may still find some interesting information beyond the first few minutes of this video. Let's begin by explaining what Dota 2 actually is. Dota 2 is a free-to-play video game for the Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems. All of the content in the game is available for free, and all the heroes are available to everyone at the very start. While the game has a very complex origin story, all you need to know is that the game is currently one of the largest esports titles in the world, and Dota 2's international tournament had the largest prize pool in esports history of almost $2.9 million US. The original Dota was so successful that it served as the inspiration for the popular PC game League of Legends. If you are curious, the acronym Dota stands for Defense the Ancients. Alright, now onto the game itself. In Dota 2 there are 2 teams of 5 players each for a total of 10 players per match. At the start of every match, every player must pick a hero from an ever-increasing pool of 100 or so heroes. These heroes each feature different sets of abilities, attributes, and varying styles of play. The players then take control of their chosen hero and then must work together with their teammates to destroy the opposing team's ancient fortress. Both teams begin the game with a fortified base that is protected by several towers and other important structures. Any building with a tower in front of it cannot be attacked until the tower in front of it has been destroyed. Once the towers in front of the ancient fortress are destroyed, the ancient is able to take damage from the players. The first team to destroy the opposing team's ancient fortress wins the game. In Dota 2, there are 3 paths, or lanes, that lead to the opposing team's base. These lanes are littered with towers that must be destroyed before the towers behind them can be attacked. At the start of the game, both teams will talk amongst each other to decide how to divide their 5 players among the 3 lanes. Unfortunately for the players, these towers are too powerful to be taken out early on in the game. Every hero starts the game at a very weak level 1, so players must first build up their chosen character through defeating computer-controlled waves of creeps or neutral monsters around the map. Each team's base will periodically spawn waves of creeps that march down each of the 3 lanes. These creeps will automatically fight the opposing team's creeps upon sight. If a player gets a killing blow on a creep, which is referred to as a last hit, that player receives some gold. Players will automatically gain experience points too if their hero is near any enemy units as they die. When a player accumulates enough experience points, their hero gains a level, and they can choose to either learn a new ability or improve an existing one. The gold earned from last hits can be used to purchase powerful items from the shopkeeper that resides in your team's base, or various other shopkeepers around the map. These items dramatically improve the stats of your hero or give them access to another unique ability. Once the heroes are strong enough to take on the enemy towers, they will use their team's creeps to absorb the tower's powerful attacks and eventually destroy it. It is very important to note that the towers will attack enemy heroes on sight, so it is best to have your creeps stay in front of you at all times.
Missing bottom.
Players will, of course, roam around the map from time to time, and whichever team has the better coordination and strategy will eventually claim victory. One of the golden rules of Dota 2 is that there should never be 2 heroes in one lane that are competing for last hits. While it is common for 2 heroes to be in the same lane, usually top or bottom, only one of the heroes should be given last hits. The other hero, typically a support hero, will focus on getting denies instead, as well as protecting his lane partner. Denying is the process of last hitting your own team's creeps to prevent the enemy team from last hitting them. If you last hit your own creeps, you do not get any gold, but your opponents do not either.
Top is missing.
This game is best played when players each pick heroes that function well as a team. Like I said, you should never have 2 heroes in the same lane that are competing for last hits. so ideally your team should have some heroes that do not require as much gold to be useful. Remember that there are only 3 lanes, so even if you had one hero farming the neutral camps, one member of your team will still not be able to get last hits. The first 10 or so minutes of a Dota 2 game are what is known as the laning phase, or early game. This is when players compete with the opposing team for last hits and denies. During the laning phase, players strengthen their heroes through gaining levels and purchasing items. After the first few towers have fallen to the dominant laning players, the mid-game phase begins, or team fight phase. During this part of the match, players will often group up with their teammates and work together to take down the remainder of the opposing team's exterior towers or defend their own exterior towers.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This often results in big team fights in which players from both teams will have to engage in large battles.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Once the exterior towers have been removed and each team's heroes have become quite powerful, the late game phase begins. This is when both teams choose their engagements very carefully as they both attempt to catch the opposing team in an awkward position. After one team wins a large fight, it is common for them to push into the opposing team's base and claim victory. And during this phase of the game, it is very important that you stick with the rest of your teammates.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. That's a twofer. Rot-row, bad dudes, rot-row, middly-widdly.
Dota 2 is a very fun but difficult to learn game. While the learning curve can be steep, the game is definitely worth a look. I can't say that I've played many games in my life that embody such complex strategy, decision-making, and creativity. I think it is truly incredible how much strategy and skill goes into each little decisions that players must make during their matches. It is also extremely satisfying to begin each game with such a weak, basic character, and then build that character from nothing into a great and powerful hero. This is of course the kind of game that is best played with friends, so grab your friends, download Steam and Dota 2, and jump straight into the action. If having to purchase characters in League of Legends was a turn-off for you, you'll be happy to hear that in Dota 2, you have access to all the heroes from the very beginning. I personally play both games though, and enjoy them greatly for their different strengths and weaknesses. If you ever find yourself struggling with Dota 2, I find that the best method of learning the game is through watching others play. Other Dota 2 commentators such as Purge, Luminous, LD, and etc. are all great resources for learning the game. I plan to do more Dota 2 content in the future, of course, and hopefully you find my videos as a great resource for information as well. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to post them in the comments section or send me a message. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please do give this video a like and check out my Twitch TV page, my Facebook page, and my Twitter page, links to which on the screen or in the video description below. Alright, thank you for the support, guys. I hope you found this video informative, and I hope I persuaded you to give Dota 2 a try. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.
That's a twofer. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Yo, good guys, middle tower got owned. What you gonna do? Get mad or get... Radiant's Ancient is getting killed! Goddamn humor! Oh no! Radiant's Ancient is under attack. Oh, humanity! Enough this man! That's a twofer! Oh, humanity! Ownage! Radiant's Ancient is under attack. Hey, forget about the Dire dudes won, and now that's it. Everything is over.